Good morning. Actually, it is like 2:30 in the morning, pulling an all-nighter. If you guys haven't seen any of my other videos, my name is Olivia. I was studying abroad in Florence, Italy at Lorenzo de' Medici, but because of the coronavirus, I've been sent home. I have a whole video talking about that if you want to check that out, and please subscribe because I have tons of vlogs that I want to share with you guys from my experience. I just haven't had the chance to edit them yet, but now that I'm gonna go home and be quarantined for 2 weeks, you know, I'm gonna have plenty of time. But it's currently 2:30 and my taxi is coming at 3:30 and I'm going to the airport and I'm flying out at 6. So I've managed to get all my stuff packed, made a bit of a purchase. If you can see it back there, I'll do an unboxing of that eventually. But yeah, I'm very stressed out. My roommate's currently in the shower. All of our other roommates are already gone. Basically, we had to be out like within the week, so we're out and I've scheduled a taxi. It's on its way. Yeah, the airport opens at 4. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna have to go through like a baggage. I'm gonna have to go through customs with my purchase to like get my taxes back and do all that kind of thing, which is just gonna be a little bit overwhelming. I'm having a lot of anxiety. I just feel like I will feel so much better once I get to Munich and I'm like headed to North Carolina and I'm on my like 8-hour flight. If you guys are new, I'm from NC State, or I go to NC State University, but I'm just very anxious. Like my chest was killing me all day today, like from like anxiety and stuff. So I feel a lot better now that everything's zipped and I'm kind of just waiting around for the taxi to get here, but it's gonna be insane. I'm gonna get home. So my parents are driving my car to the airport and leaving it because I can't see them because my mom works in a hospital and like obviously she can't risk getting infected. So they're dropping off my car. My mom is going to stay at Tim's house and I'm driving myself home to live in my house by myself for 2 weeks. So I'll probably do like a whole quarantine vlog with you guys as well. It's very interesting. Just a crazy experience that I never thought would be happening. But hi, welcome to my move out vlog. Okay, so we're having a bit of a situation. We just had a really big freak out because I went to come into the second part of the airport. Like I've been here for 6 hours. I've been sitting in the lobby. We've been waiting on like our gate number to come out. It came out. I started to go through the gate and they told me I couldn't go through because I've been in Italy the past 2 weeks. So then I went to self-service and everyone is over at self-service crying because they're saying that we can't fly into Charlotte. I know that this lighting is trash. They're saying that we can't fly into Charlotte because Charlotte doesn't have the like fever thing set up, and I don't have a fever. I'm just flushed because this is stressing me out so much. But so they're like, no, you can't fly into Charlotte even if you're a US citizen. Like no one that's been in Italy can fly into Charlotte. It's not allowed, like all this stuff. So I'm just like, I'm still gonna talk to people on my own. Like I'm not just gonna listen to what other people are telling other people. So then I go up to the lady and I talk to her and she's like, I'm a US citizen. Like I am a US citizen. And I told her that they weren't letting me through because I studied abroad. And so she typed in my home address into the computer and then I went back to the gate and they let me through. So I'm through. I'm waiting at my like gate, my boarding gate, but I still don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through this gate or like what's gonna happen, or like if I'm gonna get to Charlotte and not be able to get on. It's just been very stressful already, and I'm like, I've been here 6 hours. Like if like tell me this hours before so I can work it out, you know? So hopefully everything goes good.
An iPhone found in the waiting room. If anybody's missing an iPhone seat, come to contact L25.
I will give you guys the update, of course. Hello, I just got home. I'm exhausted in my bed. looks amazing right now. So I will tell you guys about my day more tomorrow as we start our first day of quarantine. Oh my god, my mom put an X so I couldn't go in her room. My mom and Tim just brought the cars to the airport and I met with them, and then I drove myself home and they went and got me mountain burritos. So I will show you all that. And there's some cleaning stuff because we're gonna have to clean. It looks like we have wine, which is good. Oh, it's so sad. But I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna eat and go to sleep. Also, if I didn't show y'all, Mom went and got me mountain burrito on the way home. The whole time we were there, me and Sydney, this girl from my hometown as well, like we were both just talking about how much we love mountain burritos. So now Emily like wants to go so bad. So Emily's definitely gonna be visiting me here because we're both from NC State, just different parts of North Carolina. Okay, so I am fully home now and I'm starting my self-quarantine. I know I didn't vlog much like during the evacuation. It was just literally so stressful and like sad and depressing that like I just couldn't, like I was so focused on so many other things. I'm sure you guys understand. So I flew from Florence to Munich at 4 in the morning, but well, I had to get to the airport at 4 in the morning. My flight took off at 6. I had to go through customs and all of this and do like because I bought a bag. You guys, spoiler alert, I bought a bag while I was there and it's been like a dream of mine and I've saved up for it and I'll do an unboxing soon. But like anyways, I had to take extra steps because I did that like through the customs and like duties and like tax back stuff and all of that good stuff. The lighting's bad. Let me change the lighting. Okay, that didn't really help, but the point is I was chaotic at the Florence airport. I got on the flight, everything was fine. I got up in Munich, everything was fine. They did make me check my carry-on bag, but they did it for free, so like whatever. I was just toting around my shopping bag and my like tote, which was a struggle. I also had on 2 jackets to try to like save space, but none of my stuff was overweight, so that's like actually amazing. I can't believe none of my stuff was overweight. But yeah, I got to Munich. I was like sleeping on and off outside my terminal for like 5 hours because it wasn't open yet. Side note, like a creepy couple that I was uncomfortable with came and sat down beside me while I was sleeping, and like I woke up and realized that they were like right next to me whenever there were hundreds of other seats they could have been in, and I was like, this is really weird. And I got up and went to the bathroom, and I swear they got up and followed me, so I went to a different bathroom, but then it was good after that. I was just like a little weirded out. But anyways, so I sat outside my terminal for 5 hours until they announced my gate, and then whenever I went to go to my gate, they asked if you'd been to Italy and China and 2 other countries. I don't remember. I knew Italy was the one that I was like worrying about, so I wasn't paying attention to the other ones. So I said yes, and they made me go to customer service. I know I told you guys a little bit of this in the airport, but I just want to make sure that I like fully tell the story because it's just crazy. But I went over to customer service, and there's like 6-7 study abroad people in front of me in line, and they're all being told like that they can't get on their flight to Charlotte because Charlotte isn't allowed, like as of like 30 minutes ago, Charlotte isn't allowed to be an entry point for people who have been to Italy because they don't have like the fever and the disease testing set up. So they were being told that they had to move their flight to JFK, Detroit, or like Washington. Like those were like some of the options. Like there's like 20 airports in the United States that you could fly into, but Charlotte, there was like none in North Carolina. So that was like making me panic. I was like crying in line, like on the phone with Tim, like they're not gonna let me get on my flight, like I don't know what to do. Like I was crying because like I had already been traveling for 8 hours and I'd only made it to Germany, and I hadn't slept since, this is all Wednesday morning, like Wednesday during the day, and I hadn't slept since Monday night because I had to be at the airport at 3:30 and we were out until 2. So like I had not had sleep except for me sleeping sitting straight up in the airport. Like I was exhausted, and we were all in line, and this other girl was asking like, what if we're a US citizen, like can we still enter? And I don't know, I think he told her like maybe or something. So I just didn't listen to what everyone else was being told. I was like, I'm still gonna wait in line, I'm still gonna speak to someone myself. So I did that, and the lady that I went up to was like, no, I don't know why they're saying that you can't fly in. Like I just have to change your address in the computer to your home address and add your phone number. So like that's what she did, and literally after she told me that, I was like bullet lined to my gate. Like I was like, she let me on, no other employees are willing to let us on. Like before they take it back, I am sprinting to my gate. So like I ran to that guy that had originally told me to go to customer service, and I said, she said she fixed it, like let's try it. And he let me in, and I'm not kidding, I was the only study abroad student let
into that terminal. Like I was the only person that was flying out of Italy on that plane. And they kept announcing like people from Italy aren't allowed to fly into Charlotte and like all this stuff, and I was just like, I'm not hearing this, like pretend you don't hear it, like don't act suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. And like I was like covering my floor, like I had on my Florence sweatpants, which like tip if you're evacuating like this, don't wear a Florence sweatshirt, because that girl that was crying, she was wearing a Florence sweatshirt. I had on the Florence sweatpants, but I had the Florence part covered with my sweater, and I was just like bullet lined to the plane. I was sitting on the plane. They were announcing how we had to delay because they had to take Italy people's luggage off. I was like, they might take my luggage off, but I am on the plane. If I get to Charlotte and they stop me in Charlotte, at least I'm like in North Carolina or in the United States. Like, but I was afraid that I was gonna get there and they were gonna make me get off the plane and like get back on a plane to another country and fly in at a different point. Like I didn't know what they were gonna make me do. I was terrified. But I just got on the plane and slept, or tried to sleep the whole time. I watched 2 movies actually. I listened to the Mile Higher podcast, which is my favorite podcast, and I watched The Devil Wears Prada. I'd never seen it before, side note completely, but I'm in fashion, so it's weird that I hadn't seen it before. But you know, I don't know that I liked it because I feel like it painted everyone in the fashion industry to be like selfish, and like, I don't know, it didn't paint the fashion industry to be a very happy place. So I don't think that I really liked it that much. But then I also watched Hustlers, which was good. And then we landed and I got off and I had to go through customs. So we had to like fill out on a piece of paper everything we purchased and like imported from Italy. So I had to go through customs, and customs was smooth sailing. They asked me why I was in Italy and I said study abroad. And they didn't even ask me like what parts I was in. They didn't ask me if I was feeling sick, if I was exposed to anyone who was sick, nothing like that. But I did have to go through a second round of like inspection and customs just because I had to pay duties on the stuff that I brought back, which was only $18, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So after I got through, it was just me like lugging my 100 pounds worth of stuff through the airport, me and my petite self not being able to get anywhere, struggling and sweating to death because I had on so many layers. And then yeah, I met my parents up at the top of the parking deck. They talked to me through their car window, and they had left a car for me, and I got in my mom's car and drove home and brought myself home. So that's basically how things have been. And then you guys, I vlogged once I got home a little bit, so you guys saw that. This is just insane. Like I don't really have, I plan to do a video with like updates of like what's going on with classes and refunds, if we get any refunds and all of that kind of stuff. Like just kind of an update on what I plan to do with my semester. But right now I just have 2 weeks to live in my house, so I'll probably vlog a little bit while I'm here. The only like update that I have is that Busta Alps is not refunding, so I'm gonna have to file a claim with my insurance. That's what they told me to do for my Springfest trip, which is just sad because like this situation is completely out of our control, and I'm pretty sure that Smart Trips is refunding. So I thought Busta Alps was the better move, but maybe it is Smart Trips, I don't know. That's basically all the updates that I have. Y'all subscribe please. I have so many study abroad videos that are gonna be so happy and positive, and you get to see everything that I've done. Like I have so many that I need to edit and upload, and I'll do that during this 2 weeks. Like please subscribe, and subscribe to see what I end up doing with my semester, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.